Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. Look, if you have a decent Transunion credit file, okay? Because Transunion is one of the easiest credit files to remove negative items off of. I'm going to show you where you should start applying to get business credit funding, okay? And so you're going to start stacking in order to get the maximum amount of funding. Say that you're trying to raise $25,000, $30,000, $50,000 in funding, okay? I'm going to show you how to stack your file so that you start getting that with your Transunion credit file, all right? So the first account you want to have is Divvy. Now, with Divvy, I don't care even if you have bad credit, you should have this account, okay? And the reason you should have this account, because it reports to Small Business Financial Exchange and D&B, all right? You should have this account, okay? So they have a secured account that you can go through, but the thing about it with Divvy, they pull your Transunion, your FICO 9 file, okay? So that's the first account I would go for. So we're going to talk about your low-hanging fruit first, all right? Then your other low-hanging fruit that you should consider is your GM business card, okay? Your GM business credit card. Now, this here is a FICO 9 as well. It's Goldman Sachs, okay, and you may be able to do a pre-qual on this as well. So instead of getting a hard pull, you may be able to get a pre-qual. But the reason that you want this card, and a lot of the cards I'm going to be talking about, you should have at least a 670, 680 credit score, okay, to get this business credit card. All right. Now, that being said, the next card you want to may take a look at is the U.S. Bank business credit cards. All right. Now, U.S. Bank business credit cards, they're FICO 9 as well. Okay. Now, with U.S. Bank, here's the thing about it that I like about U.S. Bank. When you get their business credit cards, and as you use them and pay them back, every 6 months they will increase it. Okay, so they will actually increase it without putting a hard pull, because they actually just looking at your business credit file, see how you're managing the money. And again, every 6 months they're very generous in terms of giving you funding as well. Okay, so U.S. Bank FICO 9 is where you want to start with. Like I said, we're stacking them. Now, the next one you want to start with, I would start with ARCO. ARCO Business MasterCard, okay? Now, unfortunately, ARCO Business MasterCard, they may do a FICO 8, but it is TransUnion, okay? And the thing about it with ARCO, they may look at your D&B, all right? So in terms of, like, if you're trying to get it with no PG, they're still going to pull your personal credit. That's a given. But in terms of, they do not report on the personal credit file. That's one thing about these cards that I'm going to tell you right now. None of these cards report on the personal credit file. So if you actually end up maxing the cards out because you need the money for some type of investment or something like that, these cards do not report on the personal credit file. Okay? Now, the next one I would go for is the BOFA Secured. Okay, the BOFA Secured Business Credit Card. All right. Now, again, it'd be a hard pull, FICO 8, but the thing about it, Small Business Financial Exchange. Also, the U.S. Bank is Small Business Financial Exchange, and it's shared with D&B as well. Okay. Now, why get the Bank of America? Again, stacking up your file. So if you have bad credit, then you definitely want to start with the Bank of America Secured Business Credit File, and you want to start with Divvy. All right. So with bad credit or credit scores below a 670, these are the accounts you want to start with. Now, one of the things about it, before I continue on with the other business credit cards that you should be working with, is also your financial institutions. All right. Now, I know a lot of people wonder, like, what's the best one? Because they may go to their community bank, because the community bank offer business accounts. They may go to the credit unions like Navy Federal or whatever, because they offer business accounts. But because they don't report your business data, it's not helping you. So that's the reason I would tell you to start out with, even with American Express. American Express, they report to Small Business Exchange, but the top 3 that you want to start out with banking institutions would be Chase Bank, because it reports to Small Business Financial Exchange, Experian, Equifax, okay? And that information is still shared with Dun & Bradstreet. Or you have Citibank, Equifax, Small Business Exchange, shared with Dun & Bradstreet. Then you have Capital One. Okay, Capital One is Equifax, Experian, Small Business Exchange. So those are the type of financial institutions you should bank with if you're trying to build up your business credit file for more funding. Okay, and you want that data actually shared with them. Now, another point that I'm gonna make to this: when you have those bank accounts open, make sure that you're doing weekly deposits, because it's going to help with your business bank rating. All right, so the more activity going on in your business bank account, that actually helps you. So even if you're starting out with a minimum of $25 a week, do not ignore actually making deposits and everything to your business bank account. All right, so that being said, let's move forward and talk about, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's talk about BMO Harris. All right. Now, here's the interesting thing about it. Granted that BMO Harris, they're geographical, right? And the way to get around that is you would open up a business checking. You can do it on business checking online, all right? You can do a business checking online and a personal checking, okay? Then, by you doing that, by you doing that, what that will allow you to do, if you're not in their geographical area, then that would allow you to apply for like their personal credit cards and maybe their business credit cards. Because with some of these financial institutions, especially like with the credit unions, a lot of times with credit unions, if you're not in that geographical area, they won't allow you to actually apply for their business credit cards, okay? So that's one of the things that you should know. So that way, if you're going for these cards and stuff, just understand, like, if you're not in that geographical area, they may not allow you to apply for the business credit card. Personal credit card is fine, but the business credit card is what they won't allow you to apply for. All right. Now, if you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, or removing negative items off of your personal credit, click the link in the description and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.